Hey everybody, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Do me a favor before we get started. And if you hit this like button, if you're not a subscriber, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you will not miss an episode. So today we're going to talk about tariffs and how the coming tariffs will affect the real estate market. How the coming tariffs will affect the real estate market. So as you know, more tariffs means increased prices, right? So the price will be increased for remodeling a home for anyone who is interested in getting in there and remodeling homes. Um, Higher cost for materials. So if there's any rehabs that needs to be done, it's going to cost more money. Any type of construction that needs to be done is going to cost more money. Any kind of repairs need to be done, it's going to cost more money. All right. So that's the name of the game. More money, and that's the effect that tariffs will have on the real estate market. Also, some people who are trying to sell their home may be getting less than what they thought. Reason being is that we are currently in a buyer's market where the buyer has the actual upper hand right now because there are not a lot of people out here trying to buy. Therefore, the buyer has more in the place of negotiation where they can actually go in and ask for a lower price, especially if you have a motivated seller that really just wants to get out of that house. The card is in the buyer's hand right now where they can ask for low ball rates and negotiate their way down. So, in terms of the seller may be getting less than what they thought at this current time. Um, as you know, the real estate market goes in cycles. So you have the buyer's market and then you have the seller's market. So right now we're in the buyer's market. Reason being, there's not that many people buying. So great time to get in there and lowball, especially if you are not really interested in the property anyway. You may be able to get a property for a lower price. All right. So inventory. So we talk about low inventory, right? So inventory is increasing a little bit. However, inventory is a lot lower than normal. And the reason being is that builders have stopped building. So they're not building. In addition to that, you have 80% of people with mortgages less than a 4% interest rate. So they are not interested in selling for higher interest rate. So it's about a little bit over 6.5 right now. So majority of sellers are just holding steady. Some are not even listing their homes. But you do have other sellers that are listing and trying to sell right now. All right. And what you're seeing from them is they are actually lowering the prices by 4,000, by 10,000. It varies on the location that you're in, but there are some motivated sellers out there that are trying to sell right now. All right. Competition. How is the competition out here? Well, as you know, the demand is low. It is somewhat competitive because there is not a lot of inventory. However, there are not a lot of buyers out here either, even though there are some buyers out here. All right. So competitive in the fact that there is not a lot of inventory. However, if you look, you can find something if you really want to find something. All right. So let's see. Over in California, they have something going on in California. California is looking to build ADUs. They're trying to build ADUs, meaning they're trying to add more units onto existing homes. So this is something that is going on over in California. Some people are buying houses and they're adding ADUs on to the current home. So this is something new for California, ADUs. All right. So when it comes to real estate, how do you actually build wealth? Well, you actually build wealth by buying and holding and waiting. So when you buy, you hold, and you wait, you are building wealth through appreciation. All right. You're also getting cash flow on your property, right? Of course, your property has to be occupied, but just imagine getting cash flow on something for the rest of your life, all right? So you put in work in the beginning, in the initial stages, you put in work, you put in effort, um, blood, sweat, and tears to get into this property, to buy the property, to set it up and get it ready for a tenant, and then learn all the things that you need to learn, um, especially if you are a first timer, whether that be a real estate investor in particular. And then when you buy and you hold and you wait, you reap the rewards of that. And the rewards of that is wealth. All right. So there are people out here that are actually flipping homes. When you flip, you are generating income, right? So there's a difference between flippers and then those that buy and hold. So buy and hold is for wealth, and then flip is for income. So some people buy and hold some properties and then they will flip. Some people add flipping to that to generate income to go buy more homes, right? So when you flip, you generally make varying amounts of money. $50,000 is one example. Some people make more off of a flip, but the flipping is for income. Buying and holding and waiting, that is for wealth generation, right? Then when it comes to buying property, you are making money on the buy. You're making money on the buy. So at that time, we're actually purchasing the house and you're negotiating how much you're going to pay for it. So how well you negotiate, that determines a part of how much money that you're making, because you're making money on the buy. All right. So this is tariffs. This is how the coming tariffs will impact real estate. It will increase the costs for everything, to include remodeling the home, to include materials, repairs, anything that needs to be fixed. And then on the positive note on that is that it's going to help you build your appreciation. All right. And what is appreciation? Appreciation is essentially helping you build your wealth, helping you build your net worth, and building your equity. So you got the negative, which is the increased costs to fix up everything. And then you got the positive, and the positive is wealth. All right. So let me see. I need for you to hit that like button if you like the channel. If you're not a subscriber, I need you to hit that subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you will not miss the episode. If you are interested in buying real estate and you would like to do this with a community of people, check out the link below. Join the waitlist for the real estate group. Also, if you are a man watching me, check out the hat collection. This will be in the pin link. Check out the pin link, open it up, and read what the hat says. All right. And let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. All right. So thank you for watching, everyone. If you have made it this far in the video, type in the words, I made it this far in the video. All right. Type that into the comments, everyone. Again, if you like the channel, I need you to hit that like button. Also, if you know anyone who is interested in improving their finances, let them know about the channel. All right. Thank you for watching, everyone. Don't forget, on your way out, hit that like button, and I'll see you on the next video.